Broke the chair. Scott Brown here. It's spring. Things are getting better and our room is nearly finished. That's the real reason I'm happy. We've had a few obstacles and that's what this exciting episode is about. And it's also about timber finishing, finishing trim, whatever you call it in your country. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Architraves, skirting, that kind of stuff. Welcome to another exciting episode. We have an issue with the floor. Oh, I didn't hit my fence, but we did pull up the carpet. And by pulling up the carpet, we realized we have two underlays. Underlay. Now the reason they have two underlays is because they put the second one over a layer that they obviously couldn't remove because it's stuck to the timber flooring. And I'm here to pick up some stuff to help us remove it. I got the biggest scraper they had. How you doing? This might help.
Oh, okay. That seems like it could really do some damage. I may have spilt some chips on a wall. Losing my mind. After trialing all these different methods, the most chemically dangerous is the most effective, which is I scrape off as much as I can, then I use turps to sort of dissolve it, and then scrape it again. As an aside, you probably want to go with the grain when you scrape. So down this side, scrape this way. I thought I was. Okay, thank you. Okay. Is it working?
So it turns out the only thing worse than dust is sticky dust.
This is the first time in 2 years I have missed my old job.
It's pretty simple, sanding, not sanding.
We got a big sander.
Oh no!
I've got some weight as well.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that is dusty, heavy work, but someone's got to do it. We've been very lucky lately, and I think it bodes well, or goes well, with my theme of feeling very grateful right now. I had one of my videos from about this time last year pop up, and it was us stuck in an apartment talking about how we can't work because the government had all these lockdowns. Around then we had no idea whether we'd buy a house, how we'd buy a house. Now we're here, a year later, and right now my biggest problem is this bedroom and trying to get it renovated so we can move into it so we can renovate all this. That's my biggest issue right now. And I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for things like this. And I should say Jess is grateful because someone watched a video where Jess was demolishing that room. Think of something that makes you angry.
Why does Scott get all the free shit?
Boogie from Wellington sent a whole box of coffee to her. And I hope you don't mind that I'm drinking it as well.
Spanish of all three.
Oh, hi there.
I remember we spent a month in Spain and we started kind of figuring everything out, and then we went to Portugal. I was like, I understand nothing.
Very different, very different.
That's the iconic, and it's very popular now. Almost all the new houses are coming with. They have a shelf.
Easy to get.
Easy
Yeah.
to get.
Yeah.
Switch
Plugs for the room. I would probably go with that iconic one.
It's better.
$200 to sand 4 corners. It's time to do some architraves. Because we might be doing timber flooring, it's important that everything goes hard down to the ground. And that there was the reason we went through all that trouble of sanding the floor. This here is a common issue with doors when you're trying to do architraves. The door will be right up against the wall like this. Thankfully, our architrave here is 87 mil, and this gap here is about 70 mil, give or take. The door kind of kicks out at the bottom that way a little bit. And this is how we scribe the architrave to fit. So I use this margin marker here. That's just a quick way of getting the reveal consistent. And usually you just do that on the corners, but I added some marks here, 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 and those are the areas that I've measured to, from the internal wall corner to the marks. Here we go, that is ripped to 74 mil, which is the widest point on that architrave. According to my highly detailed architectural drawings, 500 mil from the bottom, it becomes 73 millimeters, 850 millimeters from the bottom, it jumps to 71, and then it's 71 all the way. That's not your typical way to do an architrave, by the way. I would usually do a whole frame here and glue it all together first and then plant it on the wall. But because of the fact that we had to tuck behind the hinge, we had to improvise. Now we have another chance. So in order to assemble the architrave and then plant it on the jamb, we need what is called CA glue. Basically super glue. It happens quick, so you gotta be ready for it. You put the actual glue on one side and then the activator or accelerator on the other side. And then as soon as you connect them, that's it. And there you go. Let's take it inside. Oh. Always better to work as a team. I like to go what is called overboard. So usually I put heaps of nails in because I know it's going to hold. And then I think, oh, the painter will deal with it. I'm the painter! And Jess and I have to paint the ceiling again tonight because the electrician is coming to put the lights in tomorrow morning. Now, a common question when it comes to skirting is what to do in the internal corners. We want this skirting to come down and seamlessly meet this skirting. Now I'll show you how I typically do that, and it just so happens to be the exact same way that they used to do it when they built my house. I've already mentioned this textbook in the past. This is a textbook that I found at the Nelson Book Fair. And it's basically a guide, a school guide to building houses like mine. It's got all the details of weatherboards and foundations and also finishing trims. So that right there is the same as what I'm using. And that there is the detail for the internal corner. My favourite tree is getting leaves.
I like how we've claimed trees. So yours is the magnolia and mine is the camellia. These are better.
Magnolia for the win.